Good Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Monday, August 14th, which is an interesting day because, curiously enough, 'tis my birthday. It is my birthday, and rather than being on the beach sipping margaritas, goofing off for the day, we've decided we want to spend it with you, so we're here.
Well, of course the Leo is going to ham it up for his birthday.
Well, I thought so, and I'm going to be absolutely shameless as well because I think we'll have a birthday fundraiser. So if you want to throw us a super chat and make the lights flash, that'll go towards Celtica. That'll be my light contribution with my shining wit. I said shining wit. Okay. Let's see who we got. I think
he's really more of a whining.
No. Let's see who we got. Oh goodness, we got a bunch of people. All right. So hello Sean, hello Anna, hello Karen, hello Gilda. Well, thank you. So lots of birthday wishes. Yes. Feel free to throw us a super chat. Hint, nudge. If you feel that way inclined.
If anybody's going to be around at 4 o'clock today, we would love your help to unload an 800-pound cat.
Yes. We did a thing. Oh dear, gosh. Oh no. Hello, Peggy. Gosh, lots of people. Well, thank you for all the kind wishes. It's very good of you. Yeah, we did a thing, and we're going to do
more of a thing.
We're going to do more of a thing. We'll tell you a bit about it, just for giggles. So on our trip last week to go and get the price of shipping's gone up so much, so we decided rather than pay nearly $50 a box for our wax to be shipped from our wax supplier. Oh, thank you, Sean. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it greatly. That's very kind of you. So we drove down, and sometimes Lisa and I like to take, the more scenic route, the route less travelled. And so the route that brought us back this time, we came along the Delaware Canal by the side of the Delaware River, which is really kind of pretty and all that sort of stuff. It's sort of kind of historical, and it was nice. And on our way back, after we'd stopped for a little picnic, we happened upon this place that sold all manner of concrete statues. And of course, Lisa spotted this ruddy, great big cat. And when I say, oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you too. So yeah, we did a thing. we bought the cat. And so we're probably going to have a little competition to see who would like to name our cat. I know
that'll be on a YouTube video.
So we're going to do it. We'll do a video.
He's giving away all of the secrets.
So anyway, it's beautiful. Check it out. You won't believe it. It's bigger than me. So, but if you are around at 4 o'clock today, and you would care to come and lend a rather helpful pair of shoulders and legs and arms and stuff, we've got to wrestle this fella out the back of my truck. And
honestly, it's 800 pounds.
It is about 800 pounds, yeah.
Anyway.
Bit much for me to lift that. Can't do it.
Well, we do have a dolly.
What's this?
Gilda has bought protection mist to protect her kids from bullies, and it works, so she bought more.
Oh, well, there you go.
And it smells good, too. Yes, I love the smell.
You don't have to make magical stuff smell always like bum or arse, as you like to say.
Oh!
Gosh. Oh, and thank you, Helena. That's
Everybody's
very kind of...
liking your birthday.
And apparently, this is your first super chat ever. So thank you for doing your first super chat ever with us. We appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Thank you. That's really wonderful. And anyway, I'll shut up and let you. You've got lots of people joining us. Welcome. If you haven't mashed that like button, do it. Do that. Press the button. Press the damn button. Okay, what you got?
Well, I'm always here with my astrology reports.
Oh, no doubt. I like your purple glasses, by the way.
I know. My regular glasses broke, so I had to move on.
Oh, well, so you got some nifty purple ones.
I have some nifty purple ones. When I was little, I had terrible vision. 20/20 in one eye and 2100 in the other. Because of astigmatism, I was legally blind in one eye. And I had little cat eye glasses, and I realized that these kind of remind me of those little cat eye glasses that I had when I was 5.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. All right. So I imagine that some of you had a very interesting time.
If you recall what we were saying from last week.
Well, the full moon kind of started off this little 2-week stint of things. Mm-hmm. And in there we had the Lion's Gate open, right? And I know that people have probably felt like a little bit of unrest. And I kind of hesitate to use that word. It's very good at describing the energy, but it sounds negative. And this isn't really an unrest in a bad way.
More disquiet.
It's an unrest in a motivational way. Like, you've been sat here long enough, you better take aim and decide which direction you're going to leap forward to. Right? So, there's that really cool alignment when the Lion's Gate opens between Sirius, Orion, and the Earth. And the Lion's Gate, is that what they call it this day? It was quite the week, yes. 8/8 has been the Lion's Gate. It's where Sirius and Orion's belt line up with the Earth. Anyway,
kind of cool, right?
It gives you like maybe a little bit of a added new perspective and some real push. And then we know we're also feeling that effects of the T-square we talked about last week, which is also kind of that, poop or get off the pot energy, right? So,
well, there's a thought.
All right. But we really have some interesting times here and some quite dramatic things going on, because August had, the Aquarius full moon, and now this week we're going to have the Leo new moon, and then the last day of August we're going to have the Pisces full moon. And I always say that Leo and Pisces are the two most dramatic signs.
See, well, that was my mum and dad there.
They really are.
My dad was a Leo, my mum was a Pisces, bless them.
And I think what we're going to notice these next 2 weeks is a focus on the age of Aquarius again, a focus on the energy of Uranus, because it is making some interesting aspects to things. So I think that we are going to continue this trend of weird things in the sky. Well, no, a lot of people have been reporting UFOs. We had that hearing on UFOs. We've had people see satellites that they didn't know they could see, and people have been posting things that they saw. So I think there is going to be some galactic kind of UFO activity.
There was also the Perseids meteor shower in the 12th and 13th.
Meteor shower, yeah.
I went out to take a gulp at it last night and caught 3 or 4 of them. It was quite amazing. It was like, beautiful. Anyway.
Oh, hi, Savannah.
Oh, hi, Savannah. How you doing?
And then I think that we're also going to see some news coming regarding aviation this next couple of weeks.
Well, it was interesting also, speaking of, because wasn't it Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic did its first all-civilian flight this last week?
Oh, I didn't know that, but that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. And then I think we are going to hear over this next month, from this new moon to the Virgo new moon, this next month, I think we're going to hear a lot more about AI and the strikes that are going on with, the writers, and the
Screenwriters
actors,
Guild and all that, the Screen Actors Guild,
So now, since I'm into tarot scopes, I'm into my tarot scope stuff.
Who would have known? Who would have thought it?
I always kind of look at the degree that the new or full moon is, and then I equate that with a tarot.
Okay, all right.
So
I could see that.
This new moon is going to happen at 23 degrees Leo.
It's quite late into Leo, yeah.
Yeah, so you would add the 2 and 3 together to get 5, or the Hierophant.
Oh, teacher.
And the Hierophant is the volunteer, too. The Hierophant is the great teacher, lesson. But it's also a card that asks you to give of yourself a little bit, to offer. So it doesn't necessarily have to be physical work. It could be consultations or information or your life experience or whatever. But I feel like this new moon is going to be a time where you could offer something that you could honestly be rewarded for offering. It's not like you're just giving it away for nothing. Also, we do have to remember that 5 is a number of struggle.
Can be.
When you look at all the 5s, you've got the people whacking each other with sticks, and you got the cup guy who looks all depressed, and
you got the leper and the woman outside in the snowstorm outside the church.
The 5s are a tough gig.
And the swords, the guy picking up the swords.
Yeah.
You can read that 2 ways, though, can't you?
Well, I see the 5 of Swords like the truth is going to come out. But none of them are easy cards to navigate. So I think this new moon might not be the easiest to navigate, right? Because during this new moon in Leo, we have Venus retrograde in Leo.
Does that mean I'm not going to be so good looking?
Hi, Laura. Right. We have...
Thank you, Laura.
Jupiter and Uranus are both in Taurus. Now, that's a 7-degree spread, but because Uranus is such an outer planet, we can offer a larger orb there. So they're in loose conjunction. Conjunction? Meaning, conjunction means that 2 planets are operating as one. They're cooperating, cooperating. So you have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and Uranus, the planet of chaos, panic, and disorder. My work here is done. And they're both in Taurus, which is fixed Earth. So Taurus and Uranus are not the best partners because fixed Earth wants things to be stable,
whereas Uranus
wants to shake it up.
It rotates backwards on its side, doesn't it?
At something. A 90-degree angle. Yeah.
Lovely.
So I think, and not trying to be any kind of a panic-stricken person, but I think this could let us see more chaotic Earth events over the next couple of weeks, Hawaii or earthquakes. I think we might hear about some earthquakes. Then we've got Venus and Mars conjunct. You will find the details in Virgo. There's just some wild stuff going on. So if we look at the energy of Leo, this new moon, it tells us that there's this love of life, vitality. Look at me, I want to be the leader. I want to shine. I want to help others. I want to enjoy life. I understand that just being alive is magical.
It is.
So you've got that really beautiful energy. And I think that maybe the focus for the new moon Magick. Hi, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
Focus for the new moon Magick might be to think of something that you perceive as a little bit difficult, that you want to accomplish, a goal, because you have this Mars, Mercury in Virgo that can help drive you to the details of success. You have Venus stationary saying, what ideas do you have that would bring you happiness? And then these next couple of weeks as we build towards the full moon, I do think we're going to see some really wild things. But Jupiter is trining Mercury also. So this is ideas, horizons opening up, offers coming in, things being expanded. And you want to expand the correct things, right? So you don't want to expand the issues and the problems and the difficulties.
True.
You want to expand your plan to overcome the issues and the difficulties.
Is there not a flip side to every challenge? If you work it through properly, you will grow through that challenge.
This is exactly where we're at.
You know, there is something you will learn. You will learn a new skill, or you will learn how to improvise, adapt, and overcome. You know, which are great skills in themselves, I think.
Yeah. Now, the new moon is also going to square Uranus. So,
should I be frightened?
well, I think
Should I run and hide?
This squares are not easy aspects either. So I wrote here that, you know, things are going to get magnified that are trying to stay hidden, like cyber attacks and political things. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know, there wasn't every bleeding full moon running through this up to this point, the tower. Just about
there were 5 of them.
5 of them. So this you know, there is
I think
a point.
they were full moons, but that's another story.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say full moon. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It is almost like that. It's got to the point where, you know, the fabric, it's been, you know, eroded so much, the falsehood is about to collapse under its own weight. I kind of get that thing. There's an awful lot of, you know, stuff that's been fed to people that is just frankly not right, not true, not you know, and it's going to come down like a house of cards, I think.
Right, but I mean, you think about this energy. You've got Mars conjunct Mercury. So that is driving this detail, driving the organization. And then you've got Jupiter that wants to expand the mind in Taurus, offering stability. I do think for this new moon, we should also be thinking about our health. Virgo wants us to always to think about our health. And Mars in Virgo can sometimes, you know, worry us a little bit. So that, you know, we're activating that 6th house of service to others, and then we've got the 23 degrees, which is a 5, and the volunteer work. So service to others and service to ourselves. All right. We also have an Earth grand trine between Mars, Pluto, and Uranus. So there's a lot of energy around structure, right? An Earth grand trine. I think we'll hear people talking more about growing food. We'll hear more about new organizing and systems to get ourselves organized. And I really think we all want to protect our digestion, not just our physical, like what we eat, the digestion of our actual that way, but our minds
how we digest information,
this new
perhaps.
information. Right.
Yes, fascinating.
And for those of you that were around for one of our Gual Oust or Lunisad things, we reminded people that Leo is connected to the heart.
Indeed.
So this Leo new moon means that the sun and moon are acting as one in conjunction. So we're also going to hear that love is the law, and that we want to summon up our courage, overcome our fears, make our plan, and recognize that our heart can transmit energy.
It does.
Right? So again, as above, so below. So this night of the new moon, you can recruit recruit energy, and you can transform problems, transmit this energy to transform problems. So we are going to have a Zoom-only circle on Wednesday night for the new moon.
Oh, lovely.
If you want to join us, you can do that. But we need to know, so we know how
so we
many
can
people
plan.
to expect.
So we can plan. Planning is always a good thing.
But yeah. And then towards the end of the month, we have some really good energy on the 21st. And we have some very good energy for joy and success on the 22nd. Because again, we're going to have that push from Venus and Jupiter. Just making sure. I got so many notes here.
You do, apparently. You've got like a bookload of notes.
That's like, those are the good news and the things that will be helpful. But by the end of August, we will have 6 planets in retrograde. So there's definitely going to be some shifting and shaking up going on.
I always find, though, you can make a retrograde work for you. You really can. You know, particularly Mercury retrogrades. Yeah. Because, you know, we've all got so much unfinished business. I know I do. I've got, like... what is it they say? You know, I firmly believe we get stuck on this earth to achieve certain things, and currently I'm that far behind I will never die. So yeah, right.
All right. So the 16th through the 21st, that's the new moon for 5 days. Hi, Robert. We want to work on living in love.
That's a good place to be.
And seeing out through our heart. Offering heart center energy, warmth, sharing. You know, if you're up for it, hugging.
I like hugs.
Really try to live in love. And you'll notice that, I believe you will notice that this 5 days from the new moon going forward to the 21st, before some of the other crazy interesting stuff happens, like Pluto and the moon getting in an aspect and Mercury squaring Jupiter on the 23rd. But before that, I think from the new moon forward, you're really going to start to feel a quickening. And I think that for those who are sensitive and notice in the Aquarius time of year, when we have the Leo full moon near Imbolc, there's that quickening where Mother Earth is waking up, you know. I think encourage yourself to be positive and live in love, and you really, really will start to feel that quickening energy, right? So join us on Wednesday night if you'd like. We might repeat a little bit of this, but we want to help people contact their heart center and work to live in love for at least those 5 days. And, you know, if you can continue something for 7 days, it then becomes a habit.
There you go.
So we'll be working on some personal mantras for people.
Nice.
Yeah, to be able to bring forward the energy that they want to work out.
I always find, you know, if you can approach anything from a place of love, that's the key, really, isn't it?
Well, love is the law.
There's nothing stronger than it in the universe. I mean, if we look at the tarot, the strength card, number 8 in the deck, you know, with the chakra lady petting the lion there, the lion is just completely
he's not
putty,
hurt her. Yeah, his
putty
tail
in her
is
hand,
tucked under,
just,
and he's
just fuzzing it all up and loving it, you know. So if she'd have come to that like strong like bull, she'd be lunch, wouldn't she? But instead, you've got this wonderful thing that, you know, love is not weakness. It really isn't. And a lot of people think that's to show love, to show compassion in a situation, you know, is not a weakness. It isn't. It's a great strength, and it can fix. You know, love is the singularly most powerful force in the universe. It is the only thing capable of turning an enemy into a friend. You've got to bear that in mind, you know, because all your displays of strength and war and worry Mars stuff, you know, it's ultimately it just, war doesn't fix anything. It just, you know, it's senseless. That's what the second, if you ever get to read anything in the Mabinogi, please read the second branch. It will show you just how futile war is. It just is. And what you're doing now, you're writing all the signs and everything
I'm
down.
making notes to myself.
Don't
you worry about it.
There's some kind of cryptic sort of thing going on here. You could see. It's like, it's interesting. Ups and downs and all sorts of things.
Well, this is as above, so below, as within, so without.
Oh,
I'm making notes to myself in Lisa language.
We had her and we lost her.
Yes.
That's it. So, coming back to while you're doing your interesting cryptic work on a notepad here, I'll go back to my horrible plug, because today's my birthday, and thank you all for the birthday wishes. It's really, really kind of you. And if you feel that way inclined, as I say, we're doing a little bit of a birthday
Share the
fundraiser.
Celtica video.
Share the Celtica video. If you can throw us a couple of bucks, a super chat, or you can, donate directly on the Celtica video. Whatever floats your boat. But we'd appreciate it greatly, because, the world needs us to restore the balance, and that's what we're trying to do. That we've made it our mission, for want of a better word.
Well, brighten the corner where you are.
It is very much
if you can make a difference. There's this meme on Facebook now about people all, their cars are all stopped in a snowstorm, and it says, I'd really rather not be an electric vehicle when, my battery will die and I'll be stuck in the snowstorm and freeze, something to that effect.
What happens when you run out of gas in that snowstorm?
I know. So a couple of the people who are more on the...
you said more on...
Republican side of things, I wrote, I typed, well, what about when your gas runs out? And they said, oh, well, you could carry a gas can.
Oh, well, you could carry a generator. If we're going to go like that.
Or an extra battery or something. But, the electric, I don't know, it's not going to kill the planet. Do they not get there's no planet B?
There isn't. We can't... it gives me pause. It gives me pause. That's all I'll say.
Pause?
Pause. And not P-A-W-S. Pause. P-A-U-S-E. Pause for thought.
Just pause.
Have you actually thought that through? Perhaps not. Perhaps not. But we're those tree-hugging hippies, aren't we?
Yes.
That's what we do.
All
we
right.
kind of
Well,
love our
I got
planet.
quite a few of these to do today.
All right.
First up is Sean.
You lot should be doing me free readings today. All right,
Geez,
Ten of Swords, mate. Sometimes things have to change permanently, and I think this is certainly not a pretty card, but there's way more to this than meets the eye initially. If you look really closely, you'll see that those 10 swords are cunningly plunged into his back in the arrangement of the Sephiroth on the tree. So there's sort of, these are like, definitely, working through those energy centers. He's just got his fingers crossed, and there's a dawn coming too. So whilst, this can be, party over, we're done here kind of thing, this can also be, now is the opportunity for a complete reset. And
how I'm going to say it.
Really, a total reevaluation and even move into a totally different direction, which I think is wonderful. So I don't know why as well, but I don't know. I don't know if this. I feel it might be something to do with relationships, but I'm not entirely clear. I don't want to go too personal on this either, because we're in a public setting. Is,
a lot of times we want to cleanse and clear something. We want to make a big change.
Right.
So even if we take something like just energy work, like we're clearing our chakras, we're cleansing our chakras, or we're using sage and we're clearing the energy out of our home. I think many people who are sensitive, once they do that process, find that there's an empty space, right? So I think this card may be talking about that balance of cleansing and clearing, and then allowing that space to be filled with something, right? So many times when we talk to people about smudging their home, we say go back through with Palo Santo and put the energy back in.
Well, nature abhors a vacuum.
Right. So if you're cleansing and clearing and working on kind of resetting, which I feel this is a message about, work to replace that emptiness with love, or confidence, or happiness, or whatever the chakra yields, right? So if you're cleansing base chakra, then fill that energy with a feeling of groundedness and security. If you're cleansing spleen chakra, then fill that space with healing and, physical wellness, confidence, love, creativity, insight, whatever it is. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's great to clear everything out. It's great to have a reset, but don't sell yourself short. Make sure that you are maintaining, a balance and putting positive energy back where the negative energy was.
You can't just leave a void. It's all got to come out.
I feel like this is a reminder for that. Definitely change, transformation, growth. Scouts honor, being prepared, kind of thing. That's why the fingers are crossed.
Dib.
But definitely remember, it's not just about being empty. It's about what you're going to plant in that spot.
So there you go.
All right. Next up is Anna.
And for Anna, we get a 9 of Wands.
So I'm telling you, we're coming into this struggle phase here, people.
It's okay. Look, here's the in the words of Elton John. I'm still standing. You've taken a blow or two, but your defenses are intact and you're still there. So yama or hid, as the saying goes. So it's okay. It's okay. But I think the one thing as well, whilst it's good to be like, what do you mean? No, Anna, pin your ears back. It's okay. It's okay.
I stood struggle phase.
Yeah. Whilst you could be, doesn't. What is it they say? If you're constantly preparing for war, how can you know peace? I think is your message here. So it's all right. I understand. You've had to fight for your corner repeatedly. I get it. I do understand that. But it isn't always about the fight. As I said earlier, when we weren't talking in readings, love is the strongest force in the entire damn universe, So ask yourself, am I truly coming at this from a place of love? Do you need to have that confrontation? You don't. If you don't, I came across an absolutely fantastic term reading about it this morning, just before I was getting up. I like to catch up on the news and stuff. And there's this new phrase called grey rocking. And I thought, what the hell is this grey rocking? And apparently it's how to deal with narcissism. Don't rise to the occasion. Just be a grey rock. Be completely neutral. So yeah, okay.
Oh, I was picturing.
That's what I thought, but it's no. It's just like a grey rock. You don't get inflamed. You don't subscribe to the gossip. You don't get drawn into the drama. You just be you, and you go, yeah, okay, well, you're entitled to your opinion. That's cool, and just move on, and don't get sucked into that. So maybe that's the message there for you. You're still standing. You're okay. You're okay here, but think about not permanently preparing for the next fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think this card for you, Anna, is about boundaries.
I want some coffee.
It's about boundaries and reminding people that you deserve privacy for some things. So I feel like this is probably work related. And part of it might be also protecting some intellectual property, but I feel like there's something going on with boundaries, but I feel like you're on it. I feel like you already know the players, you already know the game, and you can see that the character is standing on the outside of the fortress that they've built. So this is good. You're still active and you still communicate, and but you are armed. So I think there has to be some little nudges of reminders that you're where you are because you deserve to be where you are, and there have to be some boundaries set. So I think that's your challenge. How do you set them with kindness? Huh?
First day back. Joy.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Miranda. Did you get her on the list?
No.
No?
And Chris Lopez.
Hello, Chris. Thank you for the kind birthday things. As if you guys are just joining us, we said we are doing a little bit of a birthday fundraiser here. So if you want to throw a super chat, we'll put it towards Celtica in honor of my birthday, whatever that's worth. Right, it should be a national holiday.
You are limited to 2 minutes per card because we have a list. He'll just yamma. This is for Gilda.
Nice card, Gilda.
Oh.
Nice card. That'll do. This is the victory card, without doubt. So I think it's okay, you know. It's okay to feel okay about, you know, where you've got to. And that's not conceit. That's not arrogance. That's just good hoil, you know. Listening to your again, coming at it from a place of love, but with boundaries, and establishing, you know, your domain. This is my domain, kind of thing. And I think you're there, and I think this is good. So kudos to you.
All right, I'm going to say that
you're limited to 2 minutes a card, by the way.
Yes, I usually do them in about a minute. All right. What's this?
Oh, Sean Michael has joined our sweep team. Sean, thank you.
Oh, put him on the list.
Thank you.
All right.
We love it.
Gilda, I think this is about returning to a place in different standing, right? So it may be that when you went off to war, when you went off into the battle, you didn't have the same experience, understanding, tools in your toolkit, whatever you want to call it. But I feel that now you are returning to something or someone or a place to work things out. I think this time you are returning in a higher standing. So there will be no issues, no voice shaking, no lack of courage. I feel like you're in a much better place to negotiate whatever it is that you may have to negotiate. So definitely a card of victory.
Oh, and thank you for the super chat, Savannah. That's very kind of you. Appreciate it greatly.
Birthday books. And Alice. Oh, my gosh.
Gosh, everybody's there.
All right, Helena, we got to go faster now.
All right. Speed reading. Page of Pentacles. Not bad. Helena, this? Okay. Love this. Love this girl. This is like, you have the ability to think clean outside of the box. You've got a very, very non-conventional thought process. Which is wonderful, because I guess in the words of Henry Ford, who was getting frustrated when umpteen people said to him, oh, you'll never do that, you can't do that, oh no, you can't do that, you can't do that, oh no, you can't do that. He said, for God's sakes, will somebody find me a handful of people with the infinite capacity to not know something can't be done? I know that's too many negatives, but you know what I mean. And that you're one of those people. Because you don't know it can't be done, you sort of frustrate people by doing it. You have this beautiful ability, as I said, non-conventional thinking, the ability to push the envelope. So kudos to you. Have at it. I love it.
I just want to check the date of something.
She wants to check the date of something.
All right. I feel
I need coffee.
Helena, I think that this whole Pluto moving into Aquarius. And, we share a birthday, so I get it. But not the same year. Pluto moving into Aquarius, and it's going to be there for years, right? So there's this little bit of a push me, pull me. This is a Capricorn card, which is also ruled by Saturn. So Capricorn and Aquarius, both ruled by Saturn. And there's this push me, pull me with Pluto. But I feel like what's going to happen is you are going to figure out a way to be the pioneer of those changes, right? Pluto says, let's take down the things that you don't need. Let's remove the things that don't serve you. And let's plant some new plants over here. So I just feel like you've been thinking about a section of time, like the next 20 years of your life, and you recognize that you're going to be hosting Pluto for that. And I think you recognize that it's time to make positive changes. And I feel like you're going to do that very elegantly.
There you go. I thank you, Gilda, for the super chat. Also, hello, Lee Sams.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It says Samson, so maybe...
I know who Samson is.
All right. It's all very confusing. Apparently you know more people than I do. Oh, gosh, and where there are endings, there's a beginnings, and where there's a adaptability, there's means to grow with that. Change and manifest. Love, Sean, and Christopher.
That's right.
So, too true.
All right, Cass is up next.
All right, let's have a look for Cass. For Cass, we have... like this card, actually.
That's my card of the day today.
It's curious. Seven of Wands means you've got to battle a lot of things down. Now is the time for action, as the saying goes, and it very much is you're being called to be flexible, adaptable, and on top of your game. But you got this. You totally got this. I mean, you look. This person is towering over their problems. They're well in. And here's the thing I love: the back foot's the boot, and the front foot's the shoe. This indicates a move into a more what's the word I'm looking for? An improvement in status. I would suggest Not necessarily, like loads more money, but definitely a step up the ladder from just being the one who does the grunt to the one who does the planning kind of thing. So this is like an improvement in status, I think, going on there. But yeah, now is the time for action. You've got to be quick, got to be adaptable, but you're on top of it, which is great.
All right. I think that this is you using both the skills of Virgo and Leo, right? Virgo pays great attention to detail, stays on top of their game, and even though they got one stick, they're not worried. They're going to keep at bay all the other sticks that are trying to bug them. Leo is not two-faced or fake, but they know how to reach people. They know how to adapt what they're saying and how they say it, even their vocabulary and mannerisms, to get through to the people they want to get through to. So I see these next 2 weeks for you being very crucial with how you communicate and how you manage. And I think when you come out of these 2 weeks, you're going to be, like Anton said, in a different place. No more kind of going around in circles.
Yep.
All right. Savannah.
Savannah. Dun, dun, dun. Ha-ha. All right. This is the kind of life is what happens when you're making other plans card. It's interesting. This is, to me, just, I know it's difficult to see here, but this is an army at camp, and here we've got the brigadier, whatever, having his orders group with his men. Tomorrow, men, we're going to have this bloody magnificent military campaign. They'll talk about it for years. My name will be revelled and all this sort of stuff. And he's talking about all the fun stuff they're going to do, but while he's doing this guy's having the swords away. So come tomorrow, not really going to be anything much more than a bunch of angry men stamping. You're all very naughty. Not exactly an effective fighting force. So this to me is like the little cautionary thing is, whilst you've got great plans, don't forget your immediate situational awareness. Keep in touch with the basic stuff. Keep in touch with the things that you need to take care of, and that they are, like your weapons are secured away, kind of thing. But it's okay, because this guy ain't gonna get away with it.
I don't know why, but I feel like this does have to do with army training, but I feel that it has something to do with
another super chat.
Ooh. In the army, they say, okay, this is our plan, this is what we're going to do. And they tell them. And they say, now that I've told you what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you again. And now that I've told you twice, I want you to tell me what we're doing. Right?
Tell them what you're going to tell them it, and then have them tell you what you just told them.
Right.
That's it.
And I feel like there's something going on where you might have to make some lists, and you might have to go over them with people. I don't know if there's just conflicting dates or too much on your calendar, whatever's going on. But I feel like you're going to have to be brutal and say, it's A, B, C. Do you understand? A before B before C. Now tell me what the order is, and if they say X, Y, Z, you're just going to have to browbeat them.
Now where you going?
But I really think there's something about making a list, checking it thrice about this next couple of weeks for you.
And Peggy, thank you for the super chat. That's also Peggy's first ever super chat. So.
Oh, well, they're liking you, Leo, for your birthday.
Oh,
all right, Carol.
I'm humbled.
Carol.
Let's see what we've got for Carol. Nice.
Oh,
nice card.
Harmony.
Nice card. This is really sort of that, that kind of mutually healing kind of thing. As you reach out to offer help and assistance to somebody else, you get it straight back at the same thing. And I think this is particularly wonderful. There's no small coincidence that you are now the matriarch of your family. So and you rightfully hold that position because you've attained the necessary wisdom, fairness, and above all, coming at things from a place of love, as we said before. You have that ability, and it comes straight back at you. It's the way to resolve conflict, and I love it. I love this a lot.
I don't know why I am focused on the healing energy here. I think you may stumble onto something that is absolutely going to work for you.
How cool is that?
It could be something to do with nutrition. It could be something to do with change of medication. It could be something just to do with mindset and meditation. But I feel like you're not necessarily hell-bent on finding something, but I feel like something is coming across to you that is just going to be the thing that clicks for great healing.
Nice.
I think that's a really good card.
That's really cool, isn't it?
Gosh,
you've got lots of things.
Gilda's saying she tells her kids that's what she does with her kids.
Well, you've had the appropriate training there, Gilda. So I like that. All right. And Cass says, thanks, lots going on for me already in the next 2 weeks, including my birthday. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Yeah, because she's the tail end of Leo.
Of course. And Savannah says, makes sense with all these retrogrades.
6 retrogrades. It's going to be a pisser. All right.
I love it. It's interesting because I always say that there should really be a public holiday or whatever for Leo birthdays. I think.
I thought you were going to say for Mercury retrograde.
Well, yeah, that could be the problem. It's interesting though that my half birthday is celebrated. It's February 14th. What are you going to do?
Gosh. All right.
Who we got now?
Miranda.
All right.
Carol says, sounds good to me. Yeah, I just feel like something's coming that's going to be the click. Ooh.
Delivers.
Click.
Delivers. Interesting. The last card that we pulled, the Two of Cups, to me, that's the minor arcana version of this, the Lover's card. And this is a very interesting card. There's much going on in this. I'm limited to 2 minutes, so how do I keep this short? I don't know, frankly. I can't keep it short. I'm going to have to spew.
All right, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's all right. We
only have 2 more after that.
Okay, we got plenty of time.
And card of the week.
Sometimes, card of the week. Sometimes, I'm going to just put that down because I need both hands to gesticulate.
Well, of course he does. It's his Gemini card, ruled by Mercury.
It is. Sometimes in relationships we grow like this, which is copacetic and wonderful. And sometimes it's a bit of this. And sometimes it's a bit of this kind of divergent kind of thing. And I feel somehow you've got this incredible inquisitive nature. And you want to know, the apple, the serpents come up the tree and go, hey, eat the apple. And then this guy going, oh, look what you've done. He's all upsetted and he set me tree on fire and they're going to throw us out the garden. Why did you have to go do stuff like that? But you're propelled to know, to learn, to discover more. And it's tricky sometimes when the person you're closest to doesn't necessarily see eye to eye with you. It can be difficult. And again, the clue here is in this part. The way to resolve this is from a place of love.
There you go.
It is. You could foist an argument here, but you could equally not. You could equally just go, I just love her. I love to be interested in things, and just leave it at that, and that'll be okay. It's not necessarily a threat, is it? So I don't know. Over to you. That's my 2 cents, and it took longer than 2 minutes.
So you know how he said that he connects this card to the Two of Cups. I do too. This is Archangel Raphael, God's healer. So again, you get 2 different readers, you get 2 different meanings. I think this is a very personal card, not necessarily between you and another person, but I think this is kind of between you and yourself, trying to balance responsibility and obligation to the outside world with responsibility and obligation to the self. So I do think this astrological stuff that's going on may be very demanding of you and pull you towards volunteering and making offers. And I'm going to remind you not to fill your plate too full, because you still need some time and energy for yourself in order to balance that out. All right. What do we got here? Oh,
a whole...
he loves it. Someone else
celebrates half birthdays. Of course. Of course. We called them Merry On Birthdays from the Mad Hatter. Merry On Birthday.
And Savannah says they've always treated their daughter's birthday as a national holiday.
Well, I think that's fair.
Wrote in on the Perseids. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
so card
Yeah,
for
they were
Sean
fantastic.
Campbell.
Sean, got to be this one. Oh! I love this. This is something which I think you have gotten good at. And
Chaos,
that is,
panic, and disorder. My work here is done.
No, I think to see through things, and I think this is a skill that would it, regret solves nothing, does it? Because it would have been great had you have had that somewhat sooner. But be grateful that you have it now. that ability to discern. Your BS meter is especially attuned. I think you have the ability to see through vacuous arguments, to see through no matter how much somebody protests and
you're gonna call BS.
you're gonna call a spade, and that's okay. I think. Sometimes people don't like it when they think, but you've got to believe my crock. But it's a crock, so why am I going to believe it? You don't believe it yourself, So, yeah, we were saying, interestingly, I don't know if you've been here the whole time, but at the start in the sort of preamble when she's going through all the mad astrological stuff, that this is this point where we feel that there's this, the falsehood's going to collapse under its own weight, and this is the card for that, isn't it?
Sean, for you, I feel this is some sort of personal revelation about what really matters. And I think for you, this incarnation, it's about honesty and working towards enlightenment. And those are heavy things to carry, especially in the world that we live in. But something may be kind of cleared out of your way. And we don't always understand when things are happening, why they're happening. And some things that we perceive as huge hurdles or obstacles really were just a way of pushing us forward. And I just am relating this card for you today to that Pluto kind of make your choices, get in your lane. And I think that you're going to do it with grace. And I think that you are going to call BS when things need to have that label. And I think you're going to work your way to a much better, more relaxed way of life. But it is just going to be a little bit of struggle to get there.
Yeah, it's been a challenge getting there, but I think you're getting there, and that's the good thing, Gosh, what else we got?
Her half birthday, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, nice! You get to drink green stuff on your half birthday. That's strange. Who we got now? What we got?
Alice.
Alice. Let's go here. The King of Cups, which is really fascinating. if there's somebody appealing to your emotional nature at this stage, I would suggest take it with a pinch of salt, will be my advice. They may not be being entirely forthright, shall we say. They might have spun it a little. Over to you. See, that was quick.
Right. All right. So this card represents Cancerian energy. And for you, my Pisces friend with Capricorn tendencies, I feel like there is a real struggle going on for you between mothering too much and not mothering. Like, in your heart and in your mind, you are always wanting to mother and care for and adjust and readjust and help and nurture and do all those things. And then I'm concerned that you don't really have time to do them for yourself. So maybe the volunteer work that's being called upon during this next new moon is figuring out a way to mother yourself. What is it that you feel for you needs nurturing? And what is it for you that you think a mom would call out and say, and try to do a little bit of this Cancerian work for yourself, right? What in your life would the Great Mother approve of? And what in your life would the Great Mother call you out on? And work on that.
There you go.
All right, card of the week. Oh, I'm going to pull first.
I think so. Card of the week.
Discover.
Wasn't that the card of last week?
I don't know. I don't remember, but I'm going to say that
Might have been.
I think these next 2 weeks, but this week especially with the new moon, there is a lot of opportunity for discovery. Discovery, again, of things within you, within your unit of people, your tribe, within your community, within the country, within the world. I think a lot of stuff is going to come down for people to discover and process.
Anna confirms it was indeed the card for last week.
Oh, there you go.
I thought it was. I thought when we got it out and thought, yeah. And this is, this really is... I like this. There's still, again, opportunity for expansion there with the ploughed field, and ostensibly we've got the whole world in our hands here. But it very much is about, there's that internal disquiet still, which was the case you brought up sort of last week as well, that is now urging us on.
We have to be
prepared. It is urging us on.
We have to be prepared for this unrest. Sorry.
It's a disquiet, but it's a good antidote for complacency. It really is, So this internal disquiet will propel us to take action. And now is the time for action. But remember, don't go off half-cocked. Have a plan. And the first part about having a plan is just take a bit of time in preparation. Observe. And I think that's the key, isn't it? When you observe, you learn much. And when you learn much, you can then see where it is, You analyze. You can't fix something unless you know what's broken and understand the mechanism of failure and what remedial action needs to be put in to fix it.
I'm hearing that Don Henley lyric, "Who do you think I am?"
Who do you think I think I am?
Gonna shake it up, yeah.
Savannah said that's the card she pulled for herself today as well.
Well, I just really feel that we have to be prepared this week for some real shake-up, right? And again, there might be earth events, geological events, or there might be some real shake-ups in your life.
Well, I'm thinking it could be quite another news week. As the
this
saying
is what I'm
goes.
saying. But I think it's another news week within ourselves too.
Yes.
Harking back to the full moon when I said to people, if you are making choices that aren't serving you, you are choosing exactly what you don't want.
Exactly.
I think now we're going to have it illuminated to us, right? What is it that you do want? You know, who do you think you are? You know, how are you going to proceed? And how are you going to harness this new moon energy to work for you?
Who do you think you are? Isn't that cool? He's such a great lyricist.
Oh yeah, Don Henley is
absolutely.
fantastic.
Who do you think
I'm trying to figure out what song that's from.
Is there going to be any? Yes, Wednesday, Miranda, we have
a Zoom only.
Yep.
On Wednesday.
Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Yeah.
We just need you to go onto the Church of the Eternal Circles group page if you're part of that.
Excuse me.
Or give the shop a call so you can get on the list because we really want to know who's going to be there ahead of time. My son's teacher quit after the first week of school.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, dear.
Health issues. There's some shakeups. There's just some shakeups.
I'm so sorry. Please excuse me.
You know, but it's okay. These shakeups are going to push us in the direction we need to go. We cannot sit at the crossroads anymore. We've got to pick a direction. We got to go.
You can't park in the level crossing.
And as long as we are living in truth, we'll be okay. If you're trying to live in somebody else's truth, you might not be so happy. But yeah, gosh, what is that? Who do I think I am? I'm going to shake it up. I can't think of the name. It's a Don Henley song, and I think it's perfect for this week.
It is.
There's going to be some changes around here.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh well, I'm sorry for the hassles, Gilda. I'm sure it'll work out in the end. But yeah, you got to push on and push through, and you know, what do? You can't. Yeah. No plan survives contact with the enemy, does it?
And, you know, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. And you know that crap's going to happen all the time. But I'm just saying, like, we could be in a space where we're really prepared right now. And we already know our mission. We already have our vision. And, you know, bring it on and we'll deal with it. That's how it's going to go. There's no way we can stop it. I just feel like world events, country events, community events, personal events. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of rock and roll, and there is a disturbance in the force. I think would be the. But I don't think it has to be bad. It doesn't have to be. We have to recognize it's not meant to be horrible. It's meant to let us ask ourselves these questions and get on with it. What's he saying? What's that? All I can think of is a Joan Jett parody song that has been stuck in my head for days. I think I know the song you mean. Oh, baby, we got nag is stuck in his... More on that later. Thank you, everybody. Lyrics play in my head every day, all the time. She's like driving around with a radio. It triggers me. It's just nuts. Anyway, it's all fun. All right, folks, you've got your mission. Yes, you do. Even if you can't show up on Wednesday night and you can't show up on Friday night in person, you can get your head around this. You can get your act together. You can figure out who you think you are. I will not go quietly. You're exactly right. Absolutely. Who said this? Anna. That is correct. Yes. That is it. I Will Not Go Quietly by Don Henley is our theme song for the week. I love it. There you go. Thank you all very much. Awesome. Peace thank you. Blessings. Yeah, be well, and thank you so much, guys, for all the super chats. If you haven't mashed the like button, do so before you leave. I will not back down. Yep, I will not go quietly. I love it. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful week, and we'll see you if you're going to join us for our circle. Listen to that song. I think you'll like it. I'll see you Wednesday or Friday or next Monday. Peace. We will. Bye. Take care. Happy birthday, Anton. Oh, thank you. Bye.